Hi Libra, welcome back to my channel. This is Monica Love at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing your reading from June 29th to July 5th. We're going to be looking at your overall energy, the overall energy of the situation, and your challenge for this week. We're going to be doing some clarification and ending the reading off with an oracle card. Keep in mind these readings are general. They're not always going to resonate with you. They're messages for those of you who really need them, okay? If this reading doesn't resonate with you, you can check out your other signs as well, okay? All right, so let's get started with Libra. What's going on for you this week in love? What is going on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow. Okay, so this is going to be a really interesting week for the sign of Libra. All right, so your overall energy this week is the Two of Pentacles in reverse. The overall energy of the situation is the Hierophant. And your challenge this week is the Justice card in reverse. Wow. Woo. Okay. What's going on, Libra? I got goosebumps and I haven't even started the reading yet. Yeah, so there's a situation that's happening here that there's a lot of confusion, okay? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Out of 10 cards, 8 cards are in reverse. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so there's, yeah. Wow. So there's something going on here right now that for some of you, you've made a decision about something. Okay. Ace of Swords, in this case, with the Two of Swords here, is telling me that something that maybe has taken you a while to make a decision on has gotten you to a place of clarity, getting to a place this week of clarity. You've been in a place of being uncertain about something, or there's been something that hasn't been fixed, something where there was an issue or there was a problem, and now you're going to be dealing with this issue. You're going to be dealing with this issue this week. Yeah. Something that you've been so uncertain about for so long has got you in a place. Your overall energy is a Two of Pentacles in reverse. So you were indecisive about something in the past, or your person was indecisive. Because this is your overall energy, I feel like this is you. The Two of Pentacles here in reverse is like somebody who was juggling, uncertain about something, is now, you're at a point where you're like, okay, I get it. I know where I stand. You know where you stand in a situation. You know where you stand possibly in a commitment or a relationship. Okay, this is for those of you who could possibly be entertaining a marriage or a commitment. The overall energy is the Hierophant, Taurus energy. So this is about a strong commitment. It could be a commitment that you're in, a marriage that you're in, or it could be talks about getting clear on if this is something that you want. For some of you, you were indecisive about this connection, not sure if this is something that you want to remain in. This is for those of you who are in a commitment, because the commitment energy this week for you, Libra, is quite strong here. Okay, it's quite strong here. Now you have the Justice card in reverse, which is your challenge for this week. So your challenge this week is to try to get back to yourself, trying to get yourself back to balance, to make things right. It could be a situation that you find yourself in that's very confusing. And remember, because we're in the Mercury retrograde in the sign of Cancer, Cancer actually squares Libra. It creates a square, okay? So what does this mean? It means that there's something here that's challenging you this week and you're realizing it. And that's okay, because that's life. That's normal. It's normal to have challenges. It's normal to have these kind of experiences. But what is the insight that you need to hear when it comes to the situation? So this is about a decision that you've kind of maybe been a little bit hesitant on. You've been uncertain. It could be about a divorce. It could be about fixing a marriage. It could be about fixing a relationship. For some of you in the past, you were separated from this specific person that's in question, and there could have been some sort of conflict, okay, in the past. And this completely just kind of, when it comes to you in this connection, I feel like you want happiness. This is something that you want. This is something that you're working towards, but there's been some sort of issues within the connection. It could be that you and your person are not on the same page. Is that the case? That you and your person are not on the same page? One person wants one thing, the other person's uncertain, but I feel this week it's going to be the, what is the word? It's going to be something that comes to a point where you and this person start to get back on the same page. Because it's like you and this person haven't been on the same page for quite some time. And there's some things that happen. It could be this Ace of Swords where you kind of say enough is enough. We need to have this conversation. We need to have this discussion, because I feel like I haven't been able to make a decision because of certain things. Maybe you haven't been able to make a decision. This is why you've been, for some of you, you've been withdrawn from this person. This is what I'm feeling with this Justice card. But now your challenge this week is to get things back to being in harmony and getting things back to where they need to be. And for some of you, this may involve making a decision about this connection after a separation, after a period of separation. So, I feel like this week it's about getting things back to where they need to be in a marriage, getting things back to being happy again. And I feel like you've been slowly doing this, but there's also been this indecisiveness that you've been experiencing. And this could be something that you reveal to this person, because the High Priestess is somebody, when upright, is very secretive, doesn't really talk about it, kind of keeps it quiet. For some of you, there could be issues inside of your marriage, but you're not talking about it, and you could be kind of keeping it silent. But there could come a point this week where you kind of spill the beans here and you say something. And this is maybe what it takes for you and this person to get back to where you need to be. Justice card in reverse, bringing it upright. Let's clarify this Ace of Swords, which is the conversation, discussion. For some of you, you're cutting something out. Could be this indecisiveness that you've been experiencing with this person. Let's see what the Ace of Swords is all about. Okay, so after a long period of holding back from this clarity or conversation, I feel like it's a conversation that you and this person needed to have. You will be having this conversation with this person, and this is what it leads to when it comes to resolving things, because I feel here you're going to be given an opportunity to resolve things with someone. Because the Justice card, which is your overall energy, it's almost like you're the challenge this week. Getting yourself back into this place of feeling like this is fair. I'm in a fair situation. I don't feel like I'm doing all the work, or I don't feel like, this person's holding back and I'm having to do everything. You're ready to really have clarity with this person and say, this is where I stand in this situation. And I'm willing to cooperate with you. I'm willing to have this new beginning with you. But at the same time, there's things I'm willing to do and there's things I'm willing not to do. Okay, so you're willing to have this new beginning, you're willing to cooperate, but there's things that you're still not willing to do. So it's almost like you're setting boundaries this week, Libra, with this Four of Pentacles here. But at the same time, you're being assertive and you're telling this person, look, this is what I'm willing to do, this is what I'm not willing to do, and You may have to do this because for some of you, you feel like you haven't gotten justice in a situation, or you haven't been treated right in a certain situation. That's why justice is in reverse. Justice card is you. And this is your challenge this week. Your challenge is to stand up for yourself, to say, look, this is what I'm willing to put up with. I'm not willing to put up with that. I'm willing to put up with this, not with that. See, in the past, you were closed off from someone. 100% you were closed off because you felt like you weren't being treated fairly, or you weren't being treated the way you are supposed to be treated in a connection. And again, this is about revealing, High Priestess under the Hierophant, revealing certain aspects about this connection, this marriage, this relationship that you find yourself in. And if it's not a relationship, it could be an organization. For some of you, if you don't have a relationship, it could be an organization. Maybe it's a job that you're in, that you're saying, look, I'm willing to do this. I'm willing to do this, but I'm not willing to do that. Sorry. Nope. That goes against my beliefs. It goes against my values. It goes against my morals. I'm not doing it. Sorry. And this person may have to figure out, okay, well, Libra is willing to do this. They're not willing to do that. And this is where it's at right now in terms of the situation here. Okay. So let's clarify the Two of Swords. There's just something here you're not willing to entertain anymore. You want to have a new beginning with this person. You want to make things work, but you're setting boundaries this week. This is what I feel, Moon card, okay? Six of Pentacles, yeah, that balance, see? Some of you feel like you've been putting in a lot and this person hasn't been putting much in. And this is what's created the indecisiveness, okay? It's coming in as past energy now for your overall energy, okay? But I feel in the past, you were indecisive about this person because this is something that you never talked about. Maybe you never discussed with this person how you truly felt about the fact that there were certain aspects in the connection that seemed unequal, okay? This is why the Two of Pentacles is here. Like, I don't know if this is something that I want. Okay, the High Priestess, let's clarify the High Priestess. The High Priestess, usually upright, is someone who's secretive, somebody who's like into spirituality, somebody who is, I'm getting like a very divine feminine energy from that High Priestess card under the Hierophant. I feel like this is you though, or it's you within your connection, and this could be your person too, but somebody here hasn't been really talking or hasn't been saying much about how they feel in a connection. But this is where it comes to a head this week, where someone's like, okay, I need to speak up about how I feel in this marriage or connection, because if something isn't said, if things are not said or expressed, and there isn't an understanding here, the Eight of Cups shows up, which is, again, walking away from a situation. And I think some of you want to avoid this, okay? You don't want to walk away from this situation because you want to have a new beginning here. But for some of you, you're like, well, if it comes to this point where if things are too confusing and it's too much work and I'm putting in all this work and it's too confusing and I'm not getting the justice I need, then maybe I need to go. And some of you may be saying this in the connection. You may be telling a person, letting them know, where you stand. This is where I stand. This is what I put up with. This is what I don't put up with. This is you talking, Libra. This is about you, because you don't come in your reading in reverse in your challenge. And if you do, the challenge is you being able to speak your truth and saying what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Otherwise, you got to go. You're like, I gotta go. I can't be in something where I feel like it's always an illusion. I'm always putting in all this work. It's like some of you present to the world that this is an amazing relationship, but there's issues inside of the relationship that you don't talk about, that you don't say. And it looks like you're a happy family. It looks like everything's good. Everything's nice. And for some of you, you're in a job where, it looks like a great job. Everyone's like, oh my God, I wish I had that job. And you're like, it's not that great. And it's right now there's a need to get clear on what are you willing to do, what you're not willing to do. And if you're not willing to do that, maybe it's time to go. And for some of you, there was a separation in the past with you and this person, because again, it got to this place where you felt like you were putting in so much work. You felt like some of you felt like you were being taken advantage of in this connection. Let's clarify the Two of Wands in reverse. This is about the separation or trying to think about a new path to go on. Like, should I go this way? Should I not go this way? There's that Ace of Swords again. See, when the Ace of Swords, when two cards come out that are the same in the reading, Two of Swords. You've been very patient in this relationship. Whatever, if you're in a relationship now or a commitment or whatever job, there's some sort of commitment that you're in. Like you're with somebody, they're with you. I'm seeing a relationship here. You wanted to get clear with this person, but you needed to take your time to get clear and say whatever you wanted to say. And now this week, it may be the time where you're ready. You're ready to talk about this, to say, look, this is why I have been holding back from you. This is why I haven't been talking to you. This is why I haven't said what I needed to say. Now I'm ready. Temperance card. Now I'm ready. I needed the time. This is why I separated from you, or this is why I took time away from you, because I needed time to figure out what was best for me. And now I've thought about it and I'm ready to get the justice I deserve. This is why the Justice card's in reverse. Let's clarify the Five of Swords. There's some sort of competition here in the past, being defensive, and this kind of affected the happiness between you and this person. I just see a lot of things needing to be worked out here and being clear. You just want to speak your truth this week and say what you feel when it comes to this connection. It's taken you a while to speak up though. And I feel like once you get clear and you have a realization, and it's not like, I feel, Libra, it's not so much about you having a fight with this person or creating this like hostile environment. It's not about that. It's more about getting clear about, this is what I'm willing to do. This is what I'm not willing to do. This is what I think is what it's going to take for us to be happy together. I need to have this realization because I want this happiness with you. And for some of you, you don't feel like you've been getting that in this connection. It's kind of been in a place where, I have to be honest, some of you, it feels one-sided. But there's something that happens this week. It's like a revelation that happens this week where you finally say something and you finally have this conversation about your happiness. And I think your person's going to be very open to it and receptive to it. Okay, let's clarify the Seven of Wands. There's that Five of Wands. So whoever this person is, I feel, again, there was some sort of conflict here. Whoever this was, somebody here was creating conflict and the other person just wasn't willing to respond to it. So it's a very complicated situation. There's things that need to be worked out here between you and this person. But at the same time, for some of you, you don't know how to approach this person or how to get your idea or situation across, because it may have led to some sort of conflict at some point. And this has kind of changed your trajectory as to where you see this connection going. This is why, again, you've been very indecisive, held back, thinking, should I walk away from this connection? But for some of you, you have a lot to lose here if you do. If you walk away from this connection, this is why you've been hesitant. This is why you haven't been saying too much here. You have been hesitant on maybe speaking your truth because you have a lot to lose here. You don't want to lose your happiness. For some of you, this person is your happiness. But again, there's this conflict here, and the conflict can stem from certain visions. For some of you, you have certain ideals and this person has certain ideals. It's like this person wants things one way and you want things one way. So it's about becoming one in the middle. Justice, balance, Okay. Nine of Cups. Let's see why the Nine of Cups here. This is your happiness, okay? You don't want to compromise your happiness. You want to be happy. So you and your person, I feel, there you are. See, now you're coming out upright. So this means Spirit is ready to give you the advice that you need. This is why you're coming upright with the Nine of Cups, because you don't want to compromise your happiness. You're like, I want things to be balanced. I want things to be good between us. I don't want us to argue. I don't want us to have conflict. I love you. I know you love me, vice versa, whatever. I don't want to compromise my happiness. So Spirit's saying, okay, this is what you need to do. So what do you need to do? Let's see. You need Six of Swords. Some of you need to take time away from this person for a bit. You need to take a break, take a vacation, just go, take a break. Yeah. And reunite with them when the time is right. Go spend time with your friends. Go do something to get your mind off of this. Some of you were in quarantine with this person for a while. Now everything's opening back up. Spirit's saying just go do something with yourself and come back to it after. It's almost like, you left the pot on boiling for a while and now it needs to simmer down. Okay? Sometimes you just need to take a break. That's it. Take a break. This is what I'm feeling here, because you don't want to compromise your happiness. And I feel like once you take a break from this person, the passion, the drive, the strong bond that you have with this person is going to reunite into this Ace of Wands energy. Some of you just need to and for some of you, this could be you taking time away from somebody and then you're going to reunite with them, or you're going to come back together with them to, again, bring this clarity, because something that you've been really indecisive about, should I stay? Should I go? Should I fix this? Should I not? There's been a lot of what should I do here in this situation? This is your overall energy. So now you've kind of set the tone where you're like, okay, I know where I stand. I know what I need to do. This is how I'm going to go about doing it. Some of you have I'm seeing a blueprint of what you're going to do. You're like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And this is going to lead to this. So it's kind of very strategic here as well too. I'm getting a strategic energy. It's almost because you have to be this way because it is Mercury retrograde and you're kind of feeling this. I feel for some of you, you're feeling this Mercury retrograde vibe. Yeah, Nine of Swords. So it's been very difficult for you to not make this decision, but you know that it's coming to a point where you have to make a decision about this. Let's clarify the Hierophant. Eight of Wands. Okay, so yes, you're going to have a conversation with this person that you're married to, or you're in a situation, and you may say, not that you're giving an ultimatum, I feel you're going to say, this is what I'm willing to do, this is what I'm not willing to do, where can we meet in the middle, what do we need to do to move forward? And for some of you, there's still this contemplation that if you're not able to resolve things, maybe it's time to walk away. For a very small percentage of you. For others of you, there's too much here for you to walk away from this connection, so you want to make it work, especially if it's a marriage, okay? Let's clarify your challenge this week. Your challenge this week is to get clear about what you want. Your challenge this week is to get things back into balance, to bring fairness into a connection. I feel like there's been a lack of fairness. This has caused some sort of conflict between you and this person, and there may need to be some time that you take out, which maybe you have on your own. Go hang out with your friends, woo-saw for a bit, and then come back and have this conversation. I'm seeing you and your person have a conversation, okay? And it's going to be a very calm and civilized conversation to bring things back into balance, okay? Justice card in reverse. Why is it here? Yeah, Five of Pentacles. Some of you feel like since this situation, there's that Two of Cups. This is a serious relationship. It's almost soulmate energy here that I'm feeling. You feel like you've needed to take this time out. There's a little bit of I feel like there's an energy of being a little bit afraid here, okay, about maybe being abandoned from this situation, or, I don't see that happening. I just see a conversation needing to take place, Otherwise, things can't stay like this is what I'm seeing. Things can't stay like this. And you know that. You can only pretend for so long, Libra, is what I'm getting. You can only pretend for so long, okay? Believe in magic, yeah? Okay, so it says, open your eyes and see the magic that's all around you in nature. The fairies of the northern lights say you are a part of nature, so you are magical too. Yes, some of you need to start believing in yourself, believing that you're capable to resolve this situation, believing that you can bring things back into balance. It starts with belief and confidence first, and once you do this, you'll be able to step into this magic, okay? I see you resolving things this week with this person. I see you taking the initiative and doing this. Some of you need to take time away from this person to make this decision. But once you believe in yourself and you get to this point of realizing what you need to do, you're going to make it happen. Okay. This is what I see here happening for you. Okay. So sending you lots of love and light, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.